Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. Now, for those of you, who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall lightworker. And before we dive into today's episode, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button right there. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online for now, of course, here are the details. Okay, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now, if something is moving, that is my dog pushing the table. Yeah, that's you, means pushing the table, because I'm outside. I'm near his house, so as you can see, it's moving, and he's there. Anyways, so today we're going to be focusing really all on movement. Speaking of movement, right? Great preamble, great introduction, but basically movement. So whenever we feel stuck, we either go two ways. It's either we keep on moving, right? We continuously move and move and move and move and move, hoping that the movement will allow us to feel something, hoping that the movement will prove to us rather that something's happening, that movement is going on, right? And this is stuck in general, stuck meaning stuck in life, maybe stuck in our manifestations. Things aren't happening, things aren't manifesting in the 3D, we don't see it on the 3D, just stuck in general. So that's the first way that we go about it. The second way that we go about it is we tend to close ourselves off, and we tend to become like, I would describe it as paralyzed. A lot of people do feel paralyzed whenever something is happening, whenever things aren't moving for them. They tend to, it becomes like a quicksand type of thing, like quicksand syndrome type of thing. And so for both situations, it's very extreme, right? So you have here on the one side, you have total movement. Here you have like no inertia whatsoever. And the thing with this is you really want to strike a balance, right? You don't want to be moving too much, so much so that you don't really become mindful and you don't process whatever is happening. You don't get to understand where you need to improve or what you need to change in order for things to start to move. And you don't also want to be on the spectrum where you're moving so much that you don't also get to be mindful, right? You don't want to also be on the spectrum where you're not moving so much so that you're actually like diving deeper and deeper into the problem and you're not seeing the solution effectively, right? You're not seeing the solution right before your eyes. So yeah, you want to strike that balance. So a lot of people ask me, how do we strike that balance? How do we start to actually make things happen, right? How does that happen? How do we do that? How do we prompt it? How do we start the inertia? The first thing really to do is to start to be mindful. Now, this is where, if you are on the spectrum of not moving, this is where kind of you get a little bit of a heads up, or a little bit of a start, rather. So you want to start to be still first and kind of remind yourself to be more mindful. The thing about being mindful is that you're actually becoming aware of what you're doing. And when you are aware of what you're doing, it's much easier to tell. You can more easily tell what you're doing wrong. You can much easily sit down and analyze what have you been doing that is making this kind of like stagnant energy. If you're manifesting, what have you been doing that is not putting you in the state of the wish fulfilled? And there's my dog. It's trying to get up on the thing. Try to get up on me. Hi, say hello. That's you on camera. You see yourself. Okay, so he wants to get in on stuff, but you can see his ear. It's just, Anyways, so yeah, you want to start moving. You want, you want to start, that's the point. You want to start making that decision of being mindful, rather. So being mindful, me. Okay, I have to give in something. So yeah, once you start getting into mindfulness and the details of what you did and what can be done better, that's when you start to implement things. But you don't necessarily have to do it all at once. You can do it step by step, you know. You can, for me, when things aren't happening, I usually just take some time out to reflect during my meditation times, and then I write down, literally, like write down what I did, what's been happening, and then I start to analyze from that point of view, from that perspective, right? Now, we're also going to incorporate a little bit of the movement. After you've done that, I want you to start maybe exercising, taking a walk in nature, but taking slow movements, like very slow movements, not like, oh, okay, not really very slow movements, but movements that aren't exaggerated. You know, you can start by exercising, by walking, by staying in nature like this. And what this does is it gets you out of the funk, you out of the normal things that you see, right? The normal, like the normalcy, and it starts to jumpstart like the inertia, the differentness of inertia. Inertia usually begins when, at least spiritually, right, energetically, inertia really begins when you are put in a like different position. So the inertia that you have right now, if you're stuck, the inertia that you have when you're stuck is usually the inertia of um, negativity. You know, it just keeps going and going and going, right? So you want to get yourself into a positive type of inertia, the inertia that is more on the spectrum of things are happening for me, things are moving for me, things are going in the direction that I want it to go, right? And so that's where your movement comes in. That's where your action, any kind of action goes in. Even like journaling, that's where journaling comes in, because that's also an action, right? That's where exercising comes in. That's where taking a walk in nature comes in. That's where affirmations begin, right? So there. I hope this was helpful. Pretty short and simple. If you feel stuck again, you can try those two things first. First, have a sit down, you know, tap into the non-active side. First, have a sit down and just really assess what has been happening, what have you been doing, what can you do better. Second is to start the movement, right? And you'll find that when you get to the second phase, you'll start to move more naturally, and then things will start to come in your life again, and things will start to move again for you. I hope you like this video. I hope that, you know, like the construction isn't too like harsh for you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you have anything to say, you know, just leave them down below. If you would like to receive notifications on my new videos, hit the subscribe button over there. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. And that's it, you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Ciao for now.